Hello there, and welcome to the weekly outlook. There's quite a few data points out next week, but we are being quite selective about what we're going to be trading. Um, let's have a look on the first point we've got coming out is the worth looking at is the RBA cash rate at 5:30 on Tuesday morning. Now, it's not really the Aussie dollar US dollar that I'm interested in trading, although we're still waiting to get this pullback into the sell zone here and for it to sell off. The RBA rate decision may well be the catalyst for that, but we'd have to have them to hold rates the same and for them to be quite hawkish. Now, we're not expecting them to be dovish as much as what the market might be expecting them to be. We're actually looking for some slight hawkish tones. Some things have been improving. CPI data has risen from 1.3 to 1.5. So things are kind of they're getting there. We have still got the problem with low commodity prices. And Chinese growth has been quite slow, but the one that I'm really looking to trade is going to be the Euro Australian dollar. Now you can see we had this spike up today, and it started to push back down again, which is quite interesting. You can see I've got this whole area circled here. That's because on the 4-hour chart, you can see we've got this big red engulfing candle here. It engulfs this previous green candle, which shows sellers coming into the market quite violently, and then it pulls back here today due to circumstances in the markets on Friday, and then it started to again, sellers came straight back into the market and started to sell off. Now you can see where I'm looking to aim to target this down to the 146 area. Now Tuesday could be the catalyst for that. So I'm going to be looking to retrade that again early in the week next week. So if we just take it down to the smaller time frame again, we'll just have a quick look at the 4-hour and just see where we can assume a position here. Now we could wait to try and take a new low, although we're at a fairly decent price as it is at the moment. I'd probably like to see this just break into this area of previous confluence here below this pivot point next week. So we'll have a look at that early on Monday morning and see where it is, but we're looking to sell this. Okay, we're looking for opportunities to get in, whether we have to wait for a pullback to the 15060 area or 151 area, or whether we get in on a new low. We are looking to trade that by Tuesday. Okay, the other positions that we're looking at moving further into the week is things start to get really interesting on the pound by Thursday and Friday. Now we've got various data points out. We're not really looking to trade those. We've got the ISM non-manufacturing PMI. We've got the ADP non-farm payrolls on the US dollar on Wednesday. But Thursday's really what's in focus for us. We've got the BOE inflation report, we've got the MPC official bank rate votes, we've got the official bank rate, the asset purchase facility, with the MPC rate statement, all coming out around about 12 o'clock on Thursday. So that's going to be a real busy day. Now, there's certain things that we are expecting to change and certain things we're not. Now, you'll note on the calendar, at the moment we've got the MPC official bank rate votes due to change to 207 from 009, meaning two of those MPC members are looking to raise interest rates, and it's probably going to be McCafferty and Wheel. Now, if that changes, the market's going to start to rally on the expectation of that to happen. If it remains the same, then we can expect the pound to sell off again. But what I'm really looking for is, I'm looking for currencies which are trading against slightly weaker currencies. So we'll be looking at some of those crosses, such as the pound Australian dollar and possibly the pound yen as well, which you can see has had a bit of a pullback recently. We've still got a target there on the pound yen of 196 at the moment with 193. Also, the pound Australian dollar is another one that we're really interested in. I'll just pull that chart up. Okay, British pound Australian dollar. Okay, so this one bounced quite heavily off the 2125 area and back up to the 21379 at the moment. I'd like to see this push back down to that area again early in the week, around 2125. Now that may well happen if we get hawkish developments coming from the RBA on Tuesday. So really what the RBA could do two things for us. It could give us a good trade on the Euro Australian, and it could also give us a good entry point on the Pound Australian, ready for those meetings on Thursday due out. Now we have got the monetary policy statement on Friday from the RBA as well. That will give us more in depth about what they're thinking, so it's going to be important to listen to that. The other points we've got out, we have got the Canadian dollar due out as well, and we've got employment change, non-farm, and then we've also got non-farm as well on Friday on the US dollar. Now, the Fed have made it quite clear that they're looking very heavily towards the labour market now, and to employment to see if it's warrants for them to make a rate hike. So they're going to want to see the non-farm employment change rise. Now, if it does rise, that could very well put pressure on some of these currencies, such as the pound, US dollar, the euro, US dollar, and start bringing those back down. Hence the reason why, although I'm very bullish on the pound, I want to trade it against the weaker currencies, and I'm trying to avoid the US dollar due to the fact that we could get extreme volatility on the non-farm payroll on Friday. Here's what the Fed are directly looking at now to raise interest rates. So, to be honest with you, I'm trying to avoid trading crosses which involve the US dollar leading up to that non-farm payroll. Once that's over with, then obviously we can reassess the situation, and then the weekly outlook next week we'll have a look at where we are with the US dollar and see what's tradable in that section, in that basket of currencies. Okay, so looking at the pound Australian, looking at the euro Australian, they're the ones that we're going to be looking to trade next week. Thanks for watching, and I hope you can make some pips.